Yo, you know what it is. You know what it is. Today's my story, and my story is what were your favorite radio and television shows as a kid? And I started thinking that as a kid, I think I'm third or fourth generation hip hop culture of it being after it being created. I think it was like around 1975 or 76, 74, something around there is when it was created. So I'm like the third generation off of it. So when I was coming up, like I was into hip hop, you know what I mean? And it was just being created, and the radios did not like to play it. So as a whole, well, as the culture, like we would get it on mixtapes and stuff. Sometimes they play it on the weekends, stuff like that, and you could record it. But it was like F the radio. I don't mess with the radio, so I never really listened to the radio. I would just go get tapes and mixtapes and stuff like that. But television shows, as a kid, I liked Saturday Night Live. I remember even as a little kid, I used to be obsessed with it, and it only comes on one time a week, right? And maybe I was like 3 or 4, and I had my own room in Chester, and I used to ask my parents, could I watch it, and they would tell me if I was good all week, then I could watch it, and it would come on late, and they had this TV show before it called Black Sheep Squadron. This is when the TV, after Saturday Night Live, the TV would just go off. And so I used to watch it. And then first they gave me a TV. So I was like, oh man, I got my own TV. My parents got a new TV, so they gave me their old TV. So I got their old TV, and I had this like a little tiny TV. I watched it in my room. I was so excited. Sometimes they tell me I couldn't watch. If you weren't acting good, no, you can't watch it this week. So I was like, damn. So I'm in my room, right? So the first few times I thought, okay, so I'm gonna what I'm gonna do, I'm just close my door. I'm just gonna watch it on the lows. But then they started hearing me that I had it on. So then they came in like, I told you to turn this, or I'll get in trouble. So then I turned the volume. Next time I turned the volume down real low so I could sit and watch it. And they could see the light under the door. I didn't even know about that one. It's like, dang. So the next time I think I'm gonna try to outsmart them, I put a blanket under there. And my parents, their room, it was down the hall, but also our family room was downstairs, so I could hear him coming upstairs, especially when my dad would come home in the morning times. And so I could hear him coming if he's coming, or if they're watching TV and they come to check on me, I could hear him coming up the steps, so I could hurry up and like do everything. So I put the cover over the door so they couldn't see it. So I got away with it for a few times, and then my dad just started getting smart. He would come in, and then he would learn to touch the back of the TV and see if it was warm. And I was like, dang. So he got me on that one. But before that, before the light, it was the sound. So I learned I could put my headphones on. But then if you put the headphones on, you can't hear them coming up the steps. Blew me away, man. So it's like cat and mouse. And that's all it, when I was a kid, that's all my parents used to say was like, well, my dad used to say like, all the things you're trying, I already tried them. I didn't really understand what he's talking about. I still don't. But I was raised on television. My parents would just leave me with the TV and just go do whatever. Like that was my that raised me. I was on the Cosby Show, Nickelodeon, Rap City, Yo MTV Raps, Living Color, Martin. Like I used to be on TV. The Jeffersons, Sanford and Son. If there's like TV, unless it's like really far out there, I would know about it. I would be on it all the time because, you know what I mean? And even if they didn't, like, my family be wilding, even as a kid. So when I had my own TV, I could just go into my room and just close the door and just watch TV, you know what I mean? So I would just be on the TV. Arsenio Hall, I used to have, I had a friend in Alaska, Josh, when we were little, that when Arsenio Hall show came out, man, I was, first of all, I don't know why my parents was always like so hard on me about, like, I don't even know what it was about, but I always wanted to see Arsenio Hall show, but my parents, for some reason, maybe my schoolwork, maybe, but I know that they were always like, you can't do this, you can't do that, so I didn't get to see it. So I would go over to Josh's house and he would record it. Then we watch it and watch, like, the one I remember was it was like probably Christmas time, and LL Cool J was on there, and he had it on VCA. He had VHS, so I went over his house and watched it on VHS. I was like, wow, man, I was in a whole other world. You know what I mean? And yeah, I just love TV, man. Even now, like, there was a long time, I'm better now, but there was a time when I had been alone so long that I used to go to sleep with the TV on because it felt like there were people around, you know what I mean? And just even as a kid, like, because they're not going to come home. My parents would be working, they'd be gone all night sometimes, so I just turn the TV on, I just go to sleep with the TV on, make it feel like there's people in around, you know what I mean? If I don't hear the TV, then I know there's something wrong, you know what I mean? But now I think I'm better now, adjusted off of it. But yeah, I was a latchkey kid, so I had the key around my neck. I let myself in, and then I just be watching TV. And a lot of times they would get mad because like watching all this TV and you ain't got all this schoolwork. You know what's crazy? Like, I was being abused and I didn't say anything, but and I was expected to act normal. You know what I mean? I don't know what normal is, but also, like, I was taken from Philadelphia with all my family and friends and just traveled all over the United States, and nobody asked me if I wanted to do. I didn't want to hang out with these. I didn't want to be around. When you were around them, I didn't feel safe. You know what I mean? And these are my people. You know what I mean? But like, yo, they do you dirty. So, you know, the TV was like a salvation, you know what I mean? You could just turn on the TV, you go into a whole different world, you know what I mean? Like the Cosby Show. I was on in the newspaper in Alaska saying that life isn't like the Cosby Show. And I always remember that. Like, why did you say that? And I remember that, you know, it's because you have, like, black people that have money doesn't mean that, you know. And even the Cosby Show is kind of now